Before we begin, these are my credentials because unless I look good or look big, people will not believe anything I have to say on fitness advice. So here you go. I hope you guys enjoy. What's up, guys? So, if you can just tell by the title and the thumbnail, this is a video of how I personally lost more than 40 plus pounds. I went from 219 to about my leanest was about 165 pounds. Right now I'm around 170, comfortable, chilling. So yeah, I'm gonna just talk about it. It's not rocket science, it's not a long story. I'm gonna just get straight to the point. I might even write on this whiteboard if I need to. Just to give my explanations, right? Get my Ziploc baggie. Oh snap. The first couple times I tried losing weight, I was about 16, 17 years old, and if you guys were just like me, you probably had a trap phone and you searched up how to get a six-pack in 10 minutes. Now, of course, there are videos actually titled how to get a six-pack in 10 minutes. Those videos, freaking BS. I went on a video, I clicked on the first one I saw with like million plus views, couple hundred likes, and I was like, this buff-ass dude probably knows what he's talking about. Let me listen to him. Who did a 10-minute workout talking about some keto diet stuff, and I was like, all right, bet I'm gonna do the same thing. I tried doing it, and I got nowhere. I was like starving, binging, seeing zero progress. I didn't fuck with it. I stayed fat, stayed big back, and made me lose motivation, made me lose sight of everything. And I just kept telling myself, I was like, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe losing weight isn't for everyone. Maybe it's just not for me personally. And then I found out about steroids and all that stuff. But all I had to know was steroids make your balls small. And that was it. It was wraps for me. I was like, fuck that. Get away from me. Erectile dysfunction. That's even worse. Cardiac megaly. Whatever. Enlarged heart. Get that shit away from me. So I didn't want to... so following some buff dude, 10-minute workout, that wasn't going to cut it. Steroids, that was a no-no for me. My last option was to just figure it out. I decided to understand how to lose weight instead of trying to copy someone else's diet, workout plan, trying to copy someone else's lifestyle because they're all shredded. But there's a lot of underlying factors that they probably don't mention or probably aren't surfaced yet. And you can't just do a 10-minute workout and follow some keto diet to lose weight if you don't know how to lose weight. So that's what I did. I started researching how does the body lose weight? How does the body burn fat, store fat? What are calories? Macronutrients, micronutrients. The metabolism, like eat, neat. There's a couple of them. Hold up. There's basic metabolic rate, I believe is BMR. The next one is... Fuck, am I stupid? Whatever. So anyway, I realized that some people don't even understand how to lose weight, but they are trying to lose weight. Now I love it. Like I love that they're trying, but if you go into something without a plan, you're most likely going to fail. I don't know if you guys watch anime or not, or just movies in general, TV shows. People with no plans that just wing it, they have to get lucky to succeed. Now I didn't want to lose weight based off of luck. I didn't want to copy someone else's lifestyle or diet or workout to try and lose weight that way. And I definitely did not want to hop on steroids. So I understood how to lose weight, and then I came up with my own diet plan. I came up with my own workout plans. I'm not gonna sell you guys nothing. I'm not even gonna tell you guys my plans. I came up with my own stuff. I understood calories in, calories out, caloric surplus, caloric deficit, caloric maintenance. I understood it all. Water weight, how it fluctuates. And then I freaking locked in. I locked in, and the first thing, let me write it up here. This is where I'm going to fast forward everything so you guys don't have to see me write because that shit's boring as fuck. Excuse my language.
How I lost weight. Went from 219 pounds. I'm gonna say 165 pounds. Oh shit, no, this is now 20, 35, 20, 35, 20, 35, 20, 35, about 54 pounds. And how long did it take me? It took me about, I don't know why.
So, yeah. Oh. One sec. Let me get out the way, fucking badass. How I lost weight? 219 pounds to 165 pounds. That's over, if my math is mathin', that's about 54 pounds lost. And it took me 9 months. Straightforward answer. I'm gonna break it down right now. How what I did to actually lose this weight. But if you guys thought this was how to lose weight extremely quickly, to me personally, 9 months is a lot better than hopping on and off a diet and not seeing progress, and then seeing a little bit of progress, and then not seeing progress, and then you gain and lose weight because you don't understand, so you're just like trying to wing it out, trying to thug it out. No, this is me with the plan. I lost 54 pounds in 9 months. Now let me break down what I did first. Where are my markers? I swear they were just up here. So what I did first. Hold up. Alright. So I'm going to write down what I did first. And the first thing I did was, wait, let me write it before I say it, because then when I start writing and talking, I start writing what I'm saying and I get all mixed up. So first thing I did was
research.
So that's the first thing I did, plain and simple. I researched weight loss until I understood how to actually lose weight, how it happens, the process, what your body does to store fat, what your body does to burn fat or use fat, and just all of that. I researched it. And then it took me about, I'm not going to lie to you guys, it took me about a couple weeks of YouTube, Google articles, other coaches, talking to other people. It took me a couple weeks to actually understand the whole weight loss process. And once I understood, it was wraps. The second thing I did, was I came up with my own diet and workout plan. Because I was so tired of all these online people telling me what to do, and it wasn't working for me. And they weren't explaining it, but it's not their fault, it's my fault, because I didn't even understand the weight loss process in the first place. Now, if I researched and understood everything, and I go back and I watch those people, I could have been like, that's fucking bullshit. This is BS. That's BS. That's a fucking lie. So I came up with my own diet and workout plan. And what I mean by this is, let me break it down. I have other colors. I have other colors just for this. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to spell maintenance. Did I spell it right? That's embarrassing. Let me Google it. Okay, I Googled it. I did spell it right. So, what I mean with I came up with my own diet and workout plan was the first thing I did was found my caloric maintenance. I'm not going to explain how to find it, but I will summarize it in a sec. Let me write all this down. Second thing was
put myself in a caloric deficit for several weeks. And throughout these two, I locked in. And what that means is,
dang, I can't spell. I don't know how to spell consistency. Guys, I feel so dumb. I can't spell some words. I'm having the biggest brain farts. I don't know if it's because I'm nervous or I'm just stupid, but either way, I can't spell. Locked in, and what this means was, alright, so let me go over what I just wrote down. So for step 2, this is what I did. I found my caloric maintenance, and what that means is your caloric maintenance, it's basically how many calories you can eat in a day and you will not gain or lose weight. Now, this isn't exact, this isn't precise, this isn't something that everyone just knows the number to, but you can kind of estimate and guess and try to aim for that, like eating wise. And if you stick around your caloric maintenance, when you do find it, you have to find it. I'm not gonna get into it, but basically what I did was I went online, searched up caloric maintenance calculator, and it gives you an estimate. It's not exact, it gives you an estimate. You put your age, your height, your gender, and then you put how active you think you are from like level 1 through 4. 1 being somewhat, 1 being like you're not active at all, 4 being you're very active, and it gives you an estimate of what that calculator says your caloric maintenance is. And what I did with this estimate was I ate around what, because it's better to get an estimate than just stray far from the ballpark. Now, mine was around 2,600 calories. It gave me like 2687. So I ate about 2,500 calories for like 2 weeks, and I weighed myself. And now, yes, weight fluctuates, but that's water weight. Fat, it's kind of like a steady incline. It's not really a steep slope like water weight. So, and you can also look in front of a mirror and you can kind of tell when you're gaining weight or you're kind of losing weight or kind of staying the same. So I ate around my estimated caloric maintenance for about 2 weeks, and I started around 219, 220, and by the end of the 2 weeks, I was still around 220. And I was like, shit, I found it. Now you're probably like, oh, how the F is your caloric maintenance 2,500 when you weigh 220 pounds? Now let me tell you guys something. Your body does not need that much food. Let me get out of the way. You guys are probably like, woo, big back. Your body does not need that many calories. And when I understood this, I was like, dang, I've been eating 5,000 plus calories in a day. This is why I'm 220 pounds. That is overweight. That is considered obese. Now, that wasn't the issue. The issue with me was, 1, I didn't like the way I looked. 2, I wasn't as mobile. I was in sports, but I was just slowly gaining weight. I was too comfortable with my friends just eating out, blah, blah, blah. And then 3, you could see no muscle. Like, I worked out, and when I was 220 pounds, you couldn't tell I worked out. And now I don't go out around expecting people to know I work out. But I didn't want to be overweight. I was tired of it. So I decided to lose weight. And once I found my caloric maintenance around 2,500 calories, I put myself in a caloric deficit for several weeks. I'm not going to get into deficit and all that, but basically it's when you eat under your caloric maintenance and your body starts using fat for energy, because your body needs that caloric maintenance to stay alive. But we all have so much fat that we're chilling. That's why we can go days without eating, because of our stored fat. It's energy for our body. It's fuel. Food is fuel. And with that fuel comes micronutrients and the macronutrients and all that. I'm not going to get into it. It doesn't matter. What matters is the calories. So I started eating 2,000 calories a day. Now let me break something down for you guys. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna write it right here. I was gonna write it on this tiny whiteboard, but I still have space, so I'd rather just use this. 1 pound
of fat is 3,500 calories. To lose 1 pound of fat, you would be negative 3,500 calories.
Now, guys, let me break this down for you, because this blew my mind. I have always been street stupid, book smart. I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to become smarter in both areas. But for now, let's just be blessed that I was gifted with such book smart intelligence. 1 pound of fat equals 3,500 calories. This doesn't mean that if you eat 3,500 calories, you are going to gain 1 pound of fat, because you have a caloric maintenance. This is what your body uses in a day. Now, if your caloric maintenance is 2,500 calories, that means your body requires 2,500 calories in a day to stay alive. Now, there's a bunch of factors that affect this 2,500 calorie number, but we're not going to get into it. I'll explain it later. What matters is that you have to eat 3,500 calories above your caloric maintenance to gain 1 pound of fat. That is why gaining weight and losing weight takes time. Our bodies are very efficient. I don't care. They're very efficient at staying alive. Now, that's good. That's actually good, for humanity and humans and whatnot. But it's not good when you want to see progress extremely quickly. But why does it have to be fast? Why can't it take you 9 months like it did me? Guys, just enjoy the process. Life is all about the journey, not the destination. So, to lose 1 pound of fat, you have to be in a negative 3,500 calorie, I'm going to say deficit. That means you have to burn this amount of calories under your caloric maintenance. So let's say your caloric maintenance is 2,500. Now, guys, this is a perfect time for my whiteboard. So, let's break it down. I'm going to use different colors. This blue one is going to represent my caloric maintenance. Per day. Alright, guys. Ah, shit. Ah, snap. So, what a caloric deficit is this. If your caloric maintenance is around 2,500 calories, and you eat 2,000 calories, I should have wrote that somewhere. So let's say you eat 2,000 calories. That means you are in a 500 calorie deficit. Now, if you eat 2,000 calories for about 7 days, theoretically, you should lose 3,500 calories. You should lose a pound of fat. I don't know what I was saying. Maybe this doesn't make as much sense as it should, because this is my first time explaining something like this. So, I apologize, but I need you guys to understand this. If you put yourself in a 500 calorie deficit for 7 days, that is negative 3,500 calories, which equals a pound of fat. And if you do this for about 10 weeks, theoretically, you can lose about 10 pounds of fat in 10 weeks. Now, I say theoretically. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't want to sound dumb. I already sound dumb. Lazy dog. My dog is in here. She's sleeping. It's like midday. So I say theoretically because your body's metabolism, it fluctuates. Some days it's and some days it's and some days you're very active, and some days you're chilling on the couch all day. Some days you go to work. Some days you stay home all day. Sometimes you go out on a hike or at the beach or park. Some days you don't. And your diet as well. Some days the types of food and the macronutrients that you eat affects your thermogenic effect of food. Now, your body actually digests, just digesting and absorbing food, your body burns calories through that. So let's say fiber. So there are about a couple of macronutrients. The three main ones are protein, carbohydrates, and fats, and some consider water a macronutrient, but we're not going to get into that. For all we care is about those three. They're the main three anyways. Fat has 9 calories per gram, and fat has the least thermic effect of food on your body. Carbohydrates is second, but it has 4 calories per gram. And then protein is 4 calories per gram as well. But protein has the highest thermic effect of food on your body. Why? Well, it's because protein is the hardest macronutrient for your body to break down. Meat, chicken, dairy that is high in protein, your body has a much harder digesting these foods instead of like juice, which your body can easily absorb. It's already broken down, it's liquid. And then fat, that gets absorbed pretty easily because our bodies, there's fat all over our body. And some people think fat is not important. It is very important. You can survive without eating carbohydrates, but you cannot survive without eating fat. Fat is so important because it helps regulate hormones, it helps keep your skin nice and healthy, it helps organ function. I'm not gonna get into all that because we don't care about that. What we care about is if you eat more protein, you burn more calories at the end of the day without even trying. And this is what I was trying to get into. If you eat more fiber is a carbohydrate that your body can't really digest that good. There's soluble fiber, insoluble fiber. We're not gonna get into that. But fiber, since your body can't really absorb it, it doesn't have nearly as much calories as carbohydrates. And this is good for us because it increases our thermic effect of food and makes us more full stuff. And so that's what I did with my diet. I put myself in a 2,000 calorie deficit, but I also increased my protein, I increased my fiber, and then my fats, I kind of aimed for about 50 grams per day. I took my fish oil pills. I just kind of threw up a little. I don't know why, but it tasted like fish oil. So my carbohydrates, I kind of just ate carbohydrates until I reached that 2,000 calorie mark. I ate 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So I was about 200 pounds. I didn't eat about 200 grams of protein a day. I was aiming for more 190, 180-ish. Because I was overweight. I wasn't going to eat 220 pounds of protein. My body doesn't need that. So I fixed and accustomed my own diet, my own workout plan. When I say my own workout plan, I added a bunch of cardio. I did about 30 plus minutes a day of just incline walking, like 5.0 incline, 3.0 speed. I'm chilling. I'm playing Clash Royale on my phone. Majority of the times with my brother. He's not here right now because it's Valentine's Day, so he's out with this girl. But it's okay because the point is we played a bunch of Clash and it made the cardio fun and it made the cardio not seem like cardio, but we were still doing cardio. And we were doing cardio to the point where we weren't really tiring ourselves out. We weren't really exerting ourselves that much. It was just a nice, easy walk, a good amount of sweat, and we did. Because it was easy, we didn't hate it, and because we didn't hate it, we were consistent with it. We were like, hey, you want to play Clash? Want to go cardio while we play Clash? There were days where we just take straight L's, and we're like, nah, again, one more. But because of this, we were able to walk more. And because of that, we were able to burn more calories throughout the day, and our endurance went up, our stamina went up, we burned more fat. There's a bunch of pros, and not the only con I can think about is that it's kind of a time consumer. You actually have to do it, and a lot of us don't like doing cardio at home, or like going on walks or jogging out in public. So if you do like cardio on a treadmill, you have to go to the gym and stuff. But if you're trying to lose weight, I think it's worth it. I think cardio is worth it. So let me just summarize everything I did. I found my caloric maintenance around 2,500 calories. I put myself in a caloric deficit of 500 calories. You can go up to 1,000 and you can go low as like 100 or 200. I think 1,000 is too fast, too much, too many negatives with that. Like, you're gonna feel hungry most of the time because you're eating a lot less. You're gonna feel tired. You're gonna be moody. I tried doing that, but then by the end of the week you kind of binge unless you're extremely disciplined. But me, if I did 1,000 calorie deficit, I was binging by the end of the week because I was so hungry. Now 100 calories to 200 calorie deficit, it's good. Slower is better, but that's just way too slow for me personally. I didn't want to this was already long enough for me. But again, it does not have to be extremely quickly. But 100, 200, that's way too slow. Way too slow. I was obese. I'm trying to get things done. I'm trying to see results. And if you understand how the gray area of danger and safe, then do what you want. Do what you want. At the end of the day, it is your body. As long as you understand all the health risks and what not to do and what to do, you're chilling. You're chilling. So me, I did 500 calories. I feel like that's pretty good. And it also, it's a good number because 7 days in a week. It's 7 days in a week, and then 7 days of being in a 500 calorie deficit. And that's 1 pound loss, 1 pound of fat loss per week. I like that number. Some people lose 2 pounds per week. Some people lose 1 to 2% of their body fat per week. We're not there yet. We want simple math, simple numbers, simple results. We're not pro bodybuilders. We're not, unless you guys are, unless you guys are trying to compete. But I'm trying to talk to the people that are like me, that are searching up on YouTube how to get abs in 10 minutes. It's just BS. It doesn't work like that. So this was my plan. I freaking locked in. I stayed consistent. I was eating chicken and rice. You don't have to just eat chicken and rice, but that's what I was doing because it was simple. I cooked it pretty easily. My family knew how to cook it, so they could sometimes prepare it for me. It's just, I did it just because it was efficient, simple, and it worked. It works. You can make anabolic foods that are low calorie. Like get a cookbook of some online fitness trainer or something. But I didn't want to do all that. I just wanted simple and efficient. I wanted results. So I locked in. In the morning, I ate about... Actually, no, on this diet, I was skipping breakfast. I don't know if that's a good idea. Because if you skip breakfast and then you end up binging later because you're so hungry because you skipped breakfast, don't skip breakfast. But if you're like me and you're not hungry in the morning, and then in the midday, you get a little bit hungry, and you're not going to binge because you skip breakfast, then do that. Because if you can push your calories as far towards nighttime as possible, I think that's a little better, or maybe not, but it worked for me. I'm telling you guys what worked for me. So since I ate my first meal around 12, not every day, sometimes it was 10, sometimes it was 2, but it was around 12 p.m. And then I ate my second meal around 5 p.m. And then I ate my third meal until right before bed. And I just did that every day. It was working for me. I wasn't starving. I wasn't hungry. I had zero temptations of binging, zero temptations of eating junk food, zero temptations on soda or anything. I was seeing results in the mirror, on the weight scale, everywhere. I was seeing results everywhere because I had a plan, and the plan was working. I freaking locked in. So, obviously you're going to see results if you have a plan and you lock in. That's all it is to it. It's so simple. And that was it. It took me 9 months because I'm not going to lie. I took a lot of breaks after about 2 to 3 months of dieting. And when I say breaks, I mean I just ate my caloric maintenance. Because when you are dieting, some people only diet from 4 to 16 weeks, even 20, 24 weeks. That's about 6 months. But me, it was my first time actually losing weight, so I was feeling like shit. Not like shit, but at the 2 to 3 month mark of being on my diet, consistent, that's when I started to feel like shit. So I would take about 4 weeks of just a break, just eating my caloric maintenance, and it was working for me. I believe I only had about 3 cheat days where I went above my caloric surplus. Now, obviously, you aren't going to eat 2,000 calories exactly every day. Some days you might eat 1,850. Some days you might eat 2,250, thinking you are eating 1,900. But you know what? I personally believe that listening to your body and trying to understand and track everything is a lot better than just thugging it out, winging it out, and hoping for the best. I do believe this will get you results extremely quickly, and I can guarantee that you will get results just in general. Now, if you want to lose weight on your own, I'll probably make another video on how to lose weight, but this is how I lost weight. This is how I lost 54 pounds in 9 months. Now, if we do the math, I can't. Some days I can do math in my head, some days I can't. But right now I can't. I don't know why. I'm a little dumb right now. 9 months times 4 is about. Oh snap! Wait, what the fuck? I'm way off. What? Where's my eraser on the floor? If there are 4 weeks in a month, then that means 9 months is 36 weeks. Wait, how much is a year? 12 times 4 is 48. Yeah, my math is mathing. So it was about 36 weeks. As you can tell, when you're heavier, you're going to lose more weight faster. It's just the way it works. Like you can lose 2 to 3 pounds of fat when you're above 200 pounds, and you know your body fat percentage is above 20%. You can definitely lose 2+ pounds per week, and the risks, your health risks, like being tired, moody, hormonal imbalances, all that, it won't really. It's not really. What's the word? It's not really going to. You're not gonna experience those side effects because you're already extremely overweight. Your body has so much more fat than it needs. You're gonna be chilling. But if you were to starve yourself completely, like 0 calories a day, you know, you fast and stuff, you're gonna feel bad pretty soon. So, you know, 36 weeks, I managed to lose 54 pounds, and I was chilling the majority of the time. Now, obviously, you're not going to be chilling because it's a diet. You're restricting a lot of the foods, and our body's basic need is to eat, fuel ourselves up, and not die. And it's pretty hard when you're telling your body, no, we're starving for a good amount, we're a big bag, we have too much fat, come on now. So your metabolism will slow down. You will be a little moody sometimes. You will be tired sometimes. You're not going to have as much energy as you used to. But by the end of it, I can guarantee you, you will probably be a little more happier. You will probably be a little more mobile, athletic. I shouldn't say athletic, agile. You're going to feel better, a lot better. I feel a lot better after I lost 54 pounds. I have more confidence. And because I was so consistent and disciplined, I gained discipline consistency. I don't know if that makes sense, but I managed to, some of these traits, I bring them out into my real life at work, my family. I'm more responsible, more disciplined, blah, 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 but we're not going to get into that. And that is it. That is how I lost weight. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. There's no drugs. There's no steroids. No secret magic tricks. It's just straight grinding, straight researching, and just doing it. Just actually showing up every day and telling yourself, I want to lose weight. I don't want to keep eating this. I don't want to keep overeating. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was my first video on someone just escaped the restroom. This is my first informal video where I try to teach something. So normally I would say fuck the haters, but I welcome the haters. You know, critique me all you want. I want to do better. I want to be better. I want to speak better. So leave some comments. Give me some advice. Yeah, like and subscribe because I am going to upload a lot more with my whiteboard. It took me like 5 seconds to hang up.